I hear this a couple of times from people that are just starting out in Excel or professionals who are trying to achieve certain things within the business. So it's about working with VLOOKUP, and while they're trying to work with VLOOKUP using it to pull data from certain places, they run into some errors. And when they run into those errors, they're trying to see why those errors are coming, or at other times they're trying to see how they can avoid some of those errors. So let's head to my Excel quickly and we'll see what exactly I'm talking about. If you look at this now, so here I have written a VLOOKUP, and what I'm trying to do is I have a database here which is looking at it's a persons table, and then we have some details about people, individual members in a particular location. Here we have the first name, the last name, all of these are just some randomly generated data. It's not real data of anybody. And what I'm trying to achieve here is this: I have the country code column, and then just right beside it I have the country column. So what I need to do is I need to populate this country column by looking for getting the actual country name that is tied to this country code. And to the right I have a list of all the countries and the country codes here. So I've written a simple VLOOKUP here which is pulling using the country code to fetch the actual country name from this lookup table. But as soon as I come here to pull this down, I begin to get bunches of NAs, and that is exactly why some people, of course, sometimes they're scared of using VLOOKUP or they want to get some alternative. The first thing is to identify what is causing the problem. So if I come here to Azerbaijan, which is the first country that we were able to look up successfully, if I double click within the cell, I see every single thing that is being referenced here. So now the country code is AZ, which is our lookup value in this case. And then I see that the table array where we are trying to pull from is the entire table to the right, which is captured correctly. But now the problem starts. If I go here to NA, I double click this first NA, what I will observe here is that the table array is no longer starting from Andorra, which is the first country. Rather, it has shifted down now to Barbados. So because Excel by default shifts by the number of shifts the result relative to the location or relative to the cell that holds the actual data that is computing those values. So because we have gone down a number of rows for our result, then all the references have also shifted down. Someone would want to say that a quick fix to this is to have locked the table array. Yes, that would do it, but many times we tend to forget, and that's why we run into some of these errors unknowing that if you have a very large data set, you may not immediately notice. Maybe these NAs might be just some at the bottom, a few of them, and then you are running your calculations, you're getting some unwanted or unexpected result. So what we should do as an alternative is that before you start writing your VLOOKUP at all, you come here to your table array, highlight the entire region of the table array, and then you come to the name box and give this a name. So for this, we'll give this TBL underscore lookup. So I call this TBL underscore lookup, I hit enter, which means this entire table now has a name which can be referenced. So what we will do now is if we come here, I do equal to VLOOKUP. And a better way to manage our functions in Excel so that you can see the result as you progress with the writing of the calculation, and if you run into some errors you immediately will spot them, is once you've typed the function name this way, you do Control A, and that would open up the function argument box. So now this makes it a lot easier, and sometimes you want to get the definition of each of the function arguments. You'll see it's right. Once you click in the cell, you see the definition of from that argument right below. So the lookup value is AZ, and then the table array is, we have given it a name, so I can tag it tbl.lookup, and now we immediately would see it in front of the equal to sign, which is it has picked each of the pairs of the country code and the country: AD and Adora, AF and Afghanistan, and every other thing there. Column index number is 2, and then range lookup is 0. And if I click on OK at this point, I get Azerbaijan, and if I double click this down, we would not get such errors anymore. Thank you for staying through till the end of this video. Hope to see you at all the times.